Welcome, fellow curious minds, to our channel where we explore the most intriguing what-if scenarios of the universe. Today we're tackling a truly cosmic question. But before we dive into the depths of this cosmic conundrum, please subscribe to our channel, click the like button and comment this way. You'll be the first to join us on our thrilling journeys through the wonders and mysteries of the universe. Now, with that out of the way, let's ponder upon a hypothetical scenario that's as fascinating as it is terrifying. What would happen if the moon fell on Earth? Have you ever wondered what would happen if the moon fell on Earth? It's a question that sparks curiosity and a tad bit of fear, doesn't it? While it's a highly unlikely scenario, it's interesting to think about the consequences of such an event. Imagine our ever-familiar moon, which has been a constant companion in our night sky, suddenly deciding to take a plunge towards us. Quite the plot for a science fiction movie, isn't it? In our exploration of this hypothetical scenario, we'll be looking at three main stages. First, we'll discuss the moon's descent towards Earth, then we'll move on to the impact, the moment the moon kisses our planet, and finally we'll delve into the aftermath of this catastrophic event. Each stage presents its own set of intriguing possibilities and dire consequences. It's a journey that promises to be as riveting as it is terrifying. So let's dive into the first stage, shall we? Imagine a scenario where the moon starts hurtling towards Earth. Just picture it for a moment. The moon, our celestial companion, breaking its orbital dance with Earth and beginning a dramatic freefall. In the vast expanse of space, the moon and Earth are like two partners spinning in a cosmic ballet, bound by an invisible force, gravity. But what if this rhythm is disrupted? As the moon embarks upon its descent, it's not as simple as just falling straight down. The moon doesn't drop like an apple from a tree. Instead, it's drawn in by Earth's gravitational pull, spiraling closer and closer in a path dictated by the laws of physics. The speed of the moon's descent would be influenced by the gravitational interactions between Earth and the moon. Picture two magnets. The closer they get, the stronger the pull. Similarly, as the moon gets closer to Earth, the stronger the gravitational pull and the faster the moon would descend. And here's something else to consider. Our moon isn't a perfect sphere. It's lumpy and uneven, and these irregularities would affect its trajectory as it descends. The moon's path would weave, wobble, and twist, influenced by both its own irregular shape and the gravitational tug-of-war with Earth. Now let's add a dash of reality to this hypothetical scenario. In reality, the moon's descent wouldn't be a silent, peaceful drift. It'd be more like a screaming comet, ablaze with frictional heat as it plunges through our atmosphere. And what about the moon's size? It's about 1/4 the diameter of Earth, so even as it gets closer, the moon would still appear about 4 times smaller than Earth. But as it descends, it would grow larger and larger in our sky, creating a spectacle unlike anything in human history. Now that we've visualized this breathtaking descent, what happens when the moon finally hits Earth? The moment we've all been contemplating, the moon crashing into Earth. A scenario that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction novel, but let's take a moment to delve into the realities of this hypothetical situation. Imagine the moon, our celestial companion, hurtling towards Earth at an incredible speed. The impact would be unlike anything we've ever seen. The moment the moon touches the Earth's surface, a massive explosion would occur, releasing an unimaginable amount of energy. This release of energy would be equivalent to the explosion of several trillion tons of TNT, dwarfing even the most powerful nuclear detonations. The explosion would instantly vaporize a large portion of the Earth's surface, creating a crater that could span thousands of miles. The initial blast would obliterate everything in its immediate vicinity. The heat generated from the impact would be so intense that it would cause the surrounding air and ground to glow red hot, but the impact itself is just the beginning. The collision would also affect the Earth's rotation and orbit. Currently, our planet spins on its axis once every 24 hours. However, if the moon were to fall onto Earth, the impact could potentially alter our planet's rotation. The Earth's orbit around the Sun could also be affected. The gravitational pull between the Earth and the moon keeps us on a stable course throughout the year. But with the moon gone, our planet could be thrown into a chaotic orbit, leading to unpredictable and drastic changes in our climate. In addition, the debris from the impact would be flung into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun and plunging the Earth into a deep freeze. This phenomenon, known as an impact winter, could last for years and dramatically affect life on Earth. The impact is catastrophic, but what happens in the aftermath is equally, if not more, intriguing. In the wake of such a cataclysmic event, what becomes of our planet? As the dust settles and the echoes of the impact fade into silence, the Earth is a vastly changed world. The environmental consequences are immediate and severe. The colossal energy of the impact would trigger a global firestorm, igniting forests and fields, cities and towns, turning the sky into a smoky haze that blocks out the sun. The atmosphere, once a protective blanket, is now a hostile environment. Dust, smoke and debris would blanket the globe, drastically reducing sunlight and causing a nuclear winter scenario. This sudden drop in temperature would significantly affect plant life, leading to a domino effect on the food chain and potentially causing mass extinction. But what about the long-term effects? Well, the moon's impact would also dramatically alter the Earth's geography. Entire continents could shift, mountains could crumble, and new ones could rise. The world map as we know it would become unrecognizable. And yet, it's important to remember that Earth is no stranger to cataclysms. Over its 4.5 billion years of existence, it has faced asteroid strikes, volcanic eruptions, ice ages, and has always found a way to rebalance itself. It might take millions, even billions of years, but Earth would eventually regain some form of equilibrium. Despite the cataclysm, Earth, as we know, is a resilient planet. It would eventually regain some form of equilibrium. But what would life look like in this drastically altered world? In the short term, survival would be harsh and challenging. With a drastically reduced sunlight, crops would fail, and the food chain would collapse. Yet, life has a way of adapting. Deep-sea creatures that thrive without sunlight could provide a blueprint for survival. Over time, new species might evolve adapted to this nuclear winter. These hardy organisms, much like the extremophiles of our current world, could thrive in harsh conditions, paving the way for a new era of life on Earth. And what about humans? Well, if we survive the initial impact, we would have to adapt quickly. We might turn to underground living, harnessing geothermal energy and farming fungi and insects. Our technology could be our saving grace, enabling us to survive in this hostile new environment. The screen shows a futuristic human settlement, burrowed into the ground with advanced technology. It's a grim picture, but it's also a testament to life's incredible ability to adapt and endure. And in this bleak new world, we would find new ways to survive, to thrive, and to keep the flame of civilization burning. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more exciting content. So, we've journeyed through a hypothetical scenario of the moon falling onto Earth. We've imagined the breathtaking descent, the catastrophic impact, and the chilling aftermath. We've painted a picture of a world reshaped by lunar force, a tale of cosmic calamity and earthly resilience. It's been a thought-provoking adventure, hasn't it? While such a scenario is unlikely, it's fascinating to consider the possibilities. Remember, the universe is full of unexpected wonders. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring.